Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stop Being Sold. My name is Michelle, and I'm here with Brian. And in today's video, we're going to answer what the heck is an NFT? So, right? Some describe it as digital art. Others just call it a JPEG. But NFTs are a lot more than that, a lot more. It seems that everyone is talking about them. You know, they're super popular right now. They have been for a while, but all of a sudden I feel like it's entered the mainstream consciousness, right? But there are a lot of us out there who don't get what they are and how they're used and how they could possibly change the world.
Yeah, Michelle, there's a lot of misunderstanding about NFTs, which is why we're going to break down exactly what an NFT is for beginners today. But we're going to do it in the most basic terms because it's so far stretched out there. Right. But let's take it back to Michelle. When I was in Miami for the National Bitcoin Conference earlier this year, this was one of the hottest topics. And everyone was there speaking about, oh, you got an NFT. And I was like, okay, whatever. It's art. I like art. But then after talking with everyone and seeing Sotheby's there, I just sat through this session and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah, wait a second. Right.
Yeah. So you're starting to hear about people making tens of thousands of dollars in NFTs, or actually losing tens of thousands of dollars and flipping a Bored Ape because they posted it the wrong price or whatever, right?
Right.
You know, or they sell NFTs too quick for a quick profit and then realize I should have held on it for another day or so because that person that bought it from me flipped it for 10 times their money. So
right. Yep. Which is why it's important, I think, to lay the foundation. So that's what we're covering today, just the basics. But before we dive in, if you enjoy the content we're covering, hit that like button and also make sure to subscribe so you never miss another video on us on how to stop being sold, stop being a transaction, and become a more informed consumer so that you can have a solid financial future, which is really what, that's what we do here. Everything we talk about, from NFTs to crypto staking to annuities, IRAs, 401ks, we're just trying to educate. So let's dive in. Let's start with some NFT basics. So NFT stands for non-fungible token. Can you break that down and define that for us?
Okay, let's break it down into the keywords. Non-fungible means it can't be exchanged for another one of the same type or duplicated. Okay. Think of it like a one-of-a-kind piece of art or a rare baseball card, or like the Mona Lisa. There's only one of them, right? So you can't exchange a Mona Lisa for another Mona Lisa because there's only one. So that's
right. Or that one Pokemon card that I don't know which one, but yeah. So it has
a rare baseball card, Hank Aaron card, rookie card of Hank Aaron. Think about that. There was few of them made, right? So, but Mona Lisa is a better example because there was only one of her made. So.
Sure.
And unlike crypto, if you have one Bitcoin, Michelle, you can exchange it for another. And guess what? You still have a Bitcoin. That's what's called fungible. So non-fungible means one of a kind. And the T in NFT stands for token. The token represents the asset that is non-fungible. So it could be NFTs are created. And in the NFT world, Michelle, compared to art is created, right? In the NFT world, NFTs are minted.
Okay.
Big difference. And they're minted on a blockchain, either Ethereum or Polygon. Solana's coming out with some. You see a few different ones now. The big blockchain that they mint them on, the biggest, is Ethereum. So, and they represent, Michelle, unique ownership of a digital item. And when it's minted or created, it's what we're used to on the blockchain, they now can be tracked from creator to minter to owners indefinitely. So 100 years from now, you'll see the transaction history of the first NFT ever sold, how many different owners have had it, what they paid for it, how much money they made off of it. Everything can be exposed. So.
Got it. Yeah. So you mentioned real quick, Ethereum and Polygon and also Solana, but there's also Cardano and a few others coming, correct?
Yes, there are.
People are minting, I should say.
And it's going to expand out further. So.
Right. Absolutely. We're just in it. we're in the infancy, right? This is
definitely.
just the beginning. So, all right. So NFTs are something that cannot be replaced or exchanged for another of the same, and they can't be duplicated.
Right.
Correct? All right.
Yes.
But they're not just, you mentioned the Mona Lisa, or you mentioned, what we talked a lot about art. They're not just collectible art or cards.
No.
There are also NFTs for virtual real estate and music, correct?
Sure, yes.
So talk to us a little bit about what else can be an NFT.
A lot. Virtually anything can be an NFT.
I like that answer.
Yeah. It's like, Michelle, we could take and here's a quick example before I cover a wide range of items. Michelle, I could take our Zoom call today where it shows you and me on here talking, right?
Right.
Take a snapshot of it, convert that and mint that on Ethereum, and we now have a stop being sold NFT of Michelle and Brian. That's how simple it is. So
I'd buy
cool,
that.
actually.
Actually, probably my mom would be the only one who would buy that.
I will get that. I will make one of them for us. But no, honestly, though, I've seen NFTs cover a wide range of items, Michelle, from art to music to gaming. Domain names, like a website name.
Or URLs, right? Yeah.
Event tickets. You mentioned virtual real estate. And so any other type of collectible. Just think of it this way. If you think it's a collectible, you can turn it into an NFT. And I'll tell you how powerful it is, Michelle. In 2021, NFT sales reached $17.7 billion.
Insane.
Massive.
Wow. It'd be interesting to see what it is to date in 2022. I'm sure it continues to
Much
just
higher.
expand.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, what are you actually buying when you get an NFT? Like, for example, you hear like Bored Ape sold for $1 million. Okay, well, I saw the NFT that sold.
Mm-hmm.
Can't you just take a screenshot of the image and then have the NFT to display? Like, just talk to us exactly about how this works once you purchase. So what is it that you own?
So you're actually saying, if I looked at a picture of it online, I just right click on it, copy and paste, right?
Right. You could do that.
You can do that. But let's go back to the Mona Lisa. You can take a screenshot of that and have it display. I can stick it on my wall here. You see, I love art. So I could stick a Mona Lisa on my wall here, right?
Right.
But owning a screenshot doesn't mean you own it. And it doesn't have any real value. Right, because it's just a screenshot. Has the value.
Okay.
Same is true with an NFT. I can copy and paste an NFT off on like a Bored Ape and stick it as my profile if I wanted to do that. But guess what? It's not mine. When an NFT is minted or created, is a digital footprint that cannot be duplicated.
Okay, got it.
When you're buying an NFT, you aren't buying the pic that you see. You're buying the data that's behind that NFT. And the data is what has the actual value.
Okay, so you're buying the data, which has the value. All right, got it. Let's talk a little bit then about about NFT benefits. You mentioned a few already, such as, when it's minted on the blockchain, NFT can be tracked from creator to like owner to owner to owner to owner. The proof of identity can indefinitely be tracked. What other benefits are there?
Okay, let's look at, it's a digital asset. It's got proof of ownership, like you've mentioned, and it can be verified. So they're authentic, and they can be traced to the owner at any time for verification. And here's a good example. Think of an event ticket or even an airline ticket that you have access to on your cell phone. How many times have you checked into your airport with your phone and stick it on the scanner and the young lady scans it and you can walk on the plane, right? They verified you. It's just like that. It's that type of digital verification that you're the rightful owner. Now you get to go into that event. So, and the beauty of this, Michelle, is you can also transfer an NFT at any time to another owner and digitally. So right now, I could take one of the NFTs that I own and transfer it to Michelle, to you, as long as you've got a wallet that I can send it to.
Right.
And now you own it. I can never get it back. unless you sell it back or give it back to me. So,
Right.
but
Okay.
so you can buy an NFT, you can keep it, you can sell it, you can auction it, or give it away at any given time. It's yours to do with what you want. So that's the first part of it.
Right. And so also real quick, so NFTs, that aside, I mean, they have they're potential wealth creators is what
Yes, they
we're
are.
seeing now. Can you give a few examples of how people are building wealth?
Yeah. Let's start with a perfect example. NFT flippers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Remember the home flippers?
Yes.
You know, there's people buying homes, flipping them for hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit, right? In 30 days or so. So imagine the same concept, except for with an NFT. You buy low and sell high for a quick profit.
Okay.
Okay, that's one. What about NFT investors though?
Sure.
These investors will hold the NFTs until they grow in value, then they will sell them.
Right.
Think about Bored Ape. When Bored Ape came out last April, so we're talking a year ago.
Yeah.
Bored Ape came out, you could buy a Bored Ape for $150.
Right.
That was your cost. The average one's going for $470,000 today. So these investors that bought, and you can track it and verify this stuff, Michelle. I can see some of the original mentors of a Bored Ape right now that hold 10 or 12 of them in their wallets.
I get it. Okay.
So now you've also taken, think of the another group that is now wealth is created in. How about a traditional artist?
That have turned digital. Absolutely.
Turned digital.
Right.
These artists are taking all their traditional works of art, turning them into digital NFTs and selling them today. Mm-hmm. The difference here is the artist can also set a royalty to the artwork. Sure. So anytime it's sold in the future, like for the flippers,
right,
it will receive a percentage of the profits forever.
Right.
That is so powerful. I've never seen nothing like this before.
Yeah, you know, I was actually just having a conversation at a conference last week with some people about specifically artists. Now we know NFTs can be other things, right?
Sure.
But there are your well-known artists who are just, I mean, some of them are out there and they are doing really, really well. But this is also it levels the playing field almost for lesser known artists who really are coming out of, you know, I mean, I shouldn't say out of nowhere because they've been busting their butt doing this, but it's created you know, it really has leveled that playing field. And it's allowing much more talent to be seen. I'm sorry, what?
You can eliminate the word starving artist.
Absolutely, 100%.
Forever with NFTs. It's pretty exciting.
Awesome. You know, just talking about that conference I was at, it had nothing to do with NFTs, but we were having a conversation. A lot of people are very active in purchasing NFTs and trading. But another like benefit that's a real world tangible type thing that comes with NFTs is having access to private groups or membership events and, you know, like special events, in-person events, whatever it is. You're getting like special access to online stores that no one else can purchase the gear, right? So having a specific NFT can grant you access, like even online games, chat rooms, stores, whatever that is. And that's helping, that builds that value. And it also helps with the making it more rare and more exclusive.
It's really exciting. And one example of what you just mentioned is the memberships is Gary V.
Yeah, Gary V. Yep.
So Gary Vaynerchuk, okay, with his NFTs, V Friends is what it's called. You can get access to his live events.
Yeah.
Well, his live events, Michelle, for the average person to buy a ticket is $3,000, $4,000 just to get to one of his events.
Right.
You can buy, so with Gary's NFTs, you can get access to his live events, workout sessions with Gary, private mentorships with Gary.
Yeah. And
I'll tell you how big this is, Michelle. This is so explosive in value that Gary V made over $90 million in 90 days. Yeah. He sold out every membership that he had literally in 90 days. Yeah. And that was the first set. And now V Friends came out, which opened it to another group of people to step in.
Sure.
Pretty exciting.
Wow. Okay. So one final question. This is a big one. So now that we've covered the basics, what is an NFT? How do you use them? What are they used for? And really, we're looking at how they could possibly change the future of how we track and about collectibles and all this kind of stuff. Where does someone start if they want to get in? And before you answer that, I want to, I know that you have NFTs. I do not have NFTs yet. And after this, I'm going to go get one because that's how I started in crypto years ago. So I just started investing and then I got real into it because once I put my money once your money's on the table, you're like, you know what, I better know what I have.
It makes a difference, doesn't it?
But, I do know that recently, so first question is, how does someone start, right? But I would like you to just share, you've actually, lost your shorts on some NFTs because that's what we're hearing. Like a lot of these are, in fact, not a lot, but there are some that are scams, some that are just absolute crap. So where does someone start and how do you sift through the sea of crap?
Well, let's put it this way. There is millions of NFTs out there today.
Right.
Okay. So me personally, I went to the biggest marketplace that there is out there today, as of today, and it was OpenSea.
Right.
And as they were the first big one in the space, and they had the most volume in traded assets. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just call an NFT an asset?
You did.
Okay. Stay tuned for that out there today. But so I went there, Michelle, and because, okay, let's go to the source. Let's go look at it. Let's play around. Let's look at volume traded, kind of like the stock market. So you got the stock marketplace, and now you got an NFT marketplace. So I go there and I'm playing around. I said, oh, what's this one? What's this one? Mm-hmm. And then when you click on the profile, you learn about them, read the story behind them. And that was one of the big things I learned is make sure you read the story. Understand if there's a storyline. Is there a roadmap to where they want to take their project to? Yeah. And so that's where I started at. And of course, it led me to Twitter, which in turn led me to a Discord, which I had no clue what Discord was. And so it's like a private membership site you get in and they tell you everything about it. And then when the project comes to life, there's always a time day where it comes, where you can mint it. And so I've purchased several of them, tried a couple of different ones, watched how people got scammed out of money, watched how I got scammed out of money. And so it's a learning process. And so there is a lot of fraud in the space, just like in the stock market, just like anywhere else there is today. So you've got to watch and you learn by doing. That's it. That's exactly right. Exactly. And I'm excited about it. I'm almost as excited with NFTs as I am with Roth IRAs. Yeah. Now, if I could put an NFT inside a Roth IRA, I would be a happy camper.
There you go. I love it. And I think that's something, Brian, that's something we should make a point to do is a video on NFTs and the risks. Yes. And sharing your story specifically. And hopefully by then I'll be in it. So I mean, I don't want to lose money, but that's the best way to learn. You do it once and you're like, okay. No more.
That's how you learn. That's how you learn. That's how you learn. You're never going to understand what an NFT is until you go through the process and actually buy one for yourself. Right.
All right. So let's wrap this up. We've gone on not too long, but just long enough. Thank you for giving us this basic overview of NFTs. If you stayed to the end and you like this content, hit that like button, help us support the channel. It helps us grow the channel and also helps other people find videos like this. And don't forget to subscribe, please, so you don't miss another video from us.
Thanks so much, Brian. NFTs, drop them down below. Tell us which projects you're in. Absolutely. There might be some people that already have NFTs. If you have, drop them down below here and let's take a look at them.
Or if you have an idea for another video on NFTs, put it below.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. All right. Thanks, Brian. And thanks to everyone who watched. See you next time.